Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And yeah, today is a different kind of video than you guys are used to normally seeing on this channel. Most of the time I make vlogs and I don't really do a whole lot of updates like this or anything happening in the park, news, anything like that. But this video is different because Holiday World has been announcing some pretty crazy stuff and a lot has been going on with that park, and that is my home park. Therefore, I do want to cover this. Should this turn into construction updates? That's a possibility. I want to cover this construction and stuff as it goes along and basically cover this whole process because it's not very often that I get to do coverage of my home park in this fashion. So I'm really excited to share this information with you guys and take a look at what we're going to look at today with Holiday World. So I visited Holiday World most recently on Memorial Day weekend. I actually went on Monday, Memorial Day itself. And when I was there, I took a lot of footage over the wall at the Pilgrim's Plunge former plot of land, as well as where Hyena Falls used to be. This whole area has been pretty much a dead zone for Holiday World since they removed Pilgrim's Plunge. They did have Hyena Falls there for a while afterwards, but that has since been removed as well. And this has been quite the eyesore for a better part of a decade. Having that concrete trough there and not really doing anything with that plot of land has probably bothered more than just me, but it's definitely bothered me every time I've gone there and seen it. And personally, I've been wanting Holiday World to do something with this plot of land for years. I have looked at Google Maps. I have done plenty of theories on my own, just theorizing what they could possibly put there. However, this year I did see some construction going on. They have cleared out all of the concrete trough that used to be there, and they have turned it into dirt piles, and it looks like they're starting to do some pretty significant construction in that area. So immediately I started theorizing what they could possibly do. I took footage of it so I can make a video like this and talk about what they possibly could do in this area or what they need to do, but so much has developed since I took that video. The scope of this video has completely changed since my original thought, but I still want to talk about what I was going to talk about to begin with. As most of you know, Holiday World is a family park. They're noted as #1 for family fun. That's their slogan. They go by that all the time. They have 3 major wooden roller coasters, Raven, Legend, and Voyage. All of these rides are fantastic. I love all of them. And then they have Thunderbird is their steel-launched wing coaster by B&M. And then they also have one kiddie coaster that is a Zamperla kiddie coaster called the Howler in the Holodog Land area. What sticks out to me the most from that lineup at a family park is that they don't have a solid family roller coaster for kids to ride and adults to enjoy with the children, as well as older grandparents and people of older ages that can't really handle the intense rides. They don't have something that is good for all of these age groups. You know, it kind of jumps up from the really bad Zamperla kiddie coasters if you're a large adult like I am. It is not fun to ride those. All the way up to Raven, which if you're a small child or you're older and you can't handle roller coasters quite as well as you used to, I mean, this happens all the time. There's nothing in between there, jumping that gap that people can really enjoy together as a family. So what would go better at this park than a family coaster? Notably, a steel family coaster, because this park just absolutely is lacking in the steel coaster department. Yes, Thunderbird is fantastic. It covers the inversions and it covers a launch, but they really don't have what they need in a steel family roller coaster. So looking into this, a couple weeks ago, there was a post on Screamscape, which is not always the most believable on their rumors, but it did say that Holiday World is planning to add a happy birthday section over by Thanksgiving, which I can only assume would be utilizing the plot of land that Pilgrim's Plunge once occupied. However, I don't know if this is actually going to happen. I feel like if they add over here, it will be an extension of Thanksgiving. But a happy birthday section honestly wouldn't be the most terrible theme of all time. They are Holiday World, and is it really a holiday? That's up for debate, but it would fit in with their different land themes. And at first, I really thought happy birthday was not the greatest idea, to be honest. But If they add something like a family coaster in a happy birthday section, I think that would be a perfect use and excuse for them to create a new area to add other attractions, food, maybe some flat rides, and center it around a family roller coaster. That would just work so well for this park. They could do the same thing if they use the Thanksgiving theming and continue expanding in that direction. Yes, they've really only added to Thanksgiving for the past, I don't know, 15 or so years, maybe even longer than that. However, that is their best area in terms of how much land they have and space to expand on what is already part of the park. Therefore, that is why they keep adding to this area. So if they add this new addition to the Thanksgiving area, that would work out really well. I was already going to make a video about that and kind of theorizing what they were going to do in that situation, but then we had a leak just the other day that Vekoma is actually sending a shipment over to Cook Family Corporation in Santa Claus, Indiana, which obviously is no other than Holiday World. And it looks like they have ordered and are going to be installing a family boomerang. Now, this isn't necessarily what I was predicting from a family coaster standpoint. Yes, Vekoma was on my list of possible manufacturers that I thought could be making a family coaster for Holiday World if they went through with that plan. I didn't necessarily see a family boomerang happening. I was thinking something more along the lines of maybe Dragonflyer at Dollywood or Big Bear Mountain as well. I thought maybe those larger additions would be something Holiday World was going with. However, it looks like they're going to be getting a family boomerang. So yes, they could have gone a little bigger with this addition. However, this is still absolutely perfect. The general public for Holiday World are going to love the fact that this goes forwards and backwards. It's going to fit perfectly for all ages to be able to ride this and for families to ride together and no one to really get beat up by the wooden coasters or be afraid of the launch or inversions on Thunderbird. This is something to introduce your children to get them into roller coasters, and it's something you can take your grandma or grandpa on and they'll still enjoy themselves. So I commend Holiday World for picking this model, and I thank Vekoma for making the model. I think they're really cool. And this is also really exciting because Vekoma is coming to the US pretty strongly here in the past couple of years at multiple parks. And I'm just excited for the future because this honestly opens doors for Holiday World down the road to maybe add a bigger addition from Vekoma, something like a Bermuda Blitz, or a Vekoma STC, the new version of their suspended thrill coasters, as well as maybe a Vekoma launch coaster. There's a lot that new gen Vekoma is doing, and they're doing it very well. And if Holiday World has any sort of opportunity to add something like this in the future, this would be a great business deal for them to follow through with that. One other thing that Holiday World did announce during all of this going on with the construction and the order from Vekoma, it looks like they announced that Raging Rapids will be closing permanently this year and will not be reopening, which is a little bit sad for me just based on nostalgia reasons. I didn't really like Raging Rapids all that much. It got you pretty wet and I didn't ride it very often. But it is sad to see something at my home park that I grew up with go. But I think I'm excited for the future for this ride because it looks like, based on what they posted, they said laughs will still be returning to Boulder Canyon. Therefore, I don't think that this is just going to be removed and left to rot like Pilgrim's Plunge was for so many years. I think this addition will actually be probably an upgraded version of what they already have there in terms of Raging Rapids. I could see them going to Intamin or maybe another manufacturer that creates rapid rides and putting in a new, better version of Raging Rapids in the same spot. I just feel like it was worth noting that this plot of land for Raging Rapids is not what I think they're going to be using for the family boomerang. They'll probably do some teasers. I'm sure when they announced Thunderbird way back in 2015, they had a whole 66 days of teasing it, which they probably won't go that extreme on this edition, but I'm sure they will do some teasers leading up to it. So I'll make sure to keep an eye out for that, keep you guys updated on what's going on. Like I said, with this being my home park and a new addition, especially a new roller coaster, I'm going to be very invested in this, both in real life and on this channel. And I will make sure to post updates, and I want to go down there and do construction updates when they start getting parts and building this ride. I know that there probably won't be a lot of it just with it being a small family coaster, but it will be cool to kind of keep track and keep you guys updated with what's going on during this construction. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am super excited for the all but confirmed Vekoma Boomerang coming to Holiday World. I can't wait for them to actually get a family coaster, and it's a steel ride, and it looks like a lot of fun. It also opens up opportunity for Vekoma to come in and build more rides at Holiday World as well as other places across the US. The more Vekomas we can get in the US, the more excited I am. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss any more of these updates for Holiday World, as well as any of my vlogs that are very fun and entertaining videos to enjoy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.